What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Happy Black History Month, where we are celebrating Black excellence. Go ahead and hit that like button on your way in. Tickle that notification bell. That will let you know every time I upload content. Tonight's show is entitled Modern Women Just Want Your Money. Why is that? Why do modern women just want our money? It's because they don't have any. And we're going to get into some statistical data on why modern women just want our money. But if you want to join the show, hit that invite link that I'm going to post into the chat. If you're new here, welcome. Hit that like button on your way in. Tickle that notification bell. That will let you know every time I upload content. And you know what we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do, if you've been watching this channel any amount of time, you know what we're going to say. Roll that clip.
Like, y'all stay saying y'all not about to pay all. It's 2024, and it's really grown men out here mad because grown women are doing the things for themselves that they said they weren't going to do for us. Like, y'all stay saying y'all not about to pay all the bills. Okay, cool. We got our own job, so now we don't need you to pay all the bills. Fixed it. I'm not buying you no house, not buying you no car, not taking you on no trips, not cashing you out, none of that. And we said, okay, cool. Now we buying our own Birkin bags, taking our own trips to Dubai, cashing out because we got careers to provide ourselves with the life that you said y'all weren't going to provide for us. And now that we've mastered the financial part of it, y'all like, oh, y'all women is too independent. Y'all don't need no man. Not for the financial part, because y'all made it very clear. There's financial shit y'all just not gonna do. So now that we don't need the money, we need other stuff from you. We need you to be emotionally mature. We need you to be reliable, dependable, be a respectful and respectable man, be trustworthy. We need you to be a good leader. But y'all falling short. And instead of saying you falling short, you're just like, oh my God, independent women are the problem. Nah, bro. You just have bad character. Because being trustworthy, being an honest and reliable person has everything to do with your character. Nothing to do with the people that you are, the people that you date, and the people that you associate with. That is your character. You're just not a good person to be with. Go find yourself.
Let's talk about this, because she said a lot, and I want to dissect everything that she said. A lot of women don't want a man that can lead. They want a man they can control. The reason why we see this is because the love of a black woman's life is usually a Pookie or a Ray Ray. Women don't want a leader. They want a man they can control, baby, child, whatever. They want a man that they can run. They don't want a man that they can be equals with. Because women love to complain that men are broke. But we're going to get into the reason why that is false. That has always been false. As a matter of fact, it doesn't matter what race you are. Women across the board make less than men, no matter what race you are. So it's like you have to understand, a lot of women don't want a leader. They want a man to love and a man to lead. This is the reason why so many modern women are after your money. They don't care about you. They don't care about your job. They don't care. The reason why they care about your job is to see how much money they make in compared to how much money a man makes. And we're going to get into all of this much later on in the show. If you're just joining us, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Welcome. Happy Black History Month. We're talking about modern women just want your money. It's very important that we talk about this, because men and women They need to understand that the dating market is not what it used to be. Nowadays, women just want your money. They don't want to do coffee dates. They don't want to do low cost and low value dates. They try to guilt trip you and try to get you into paying upwards of $1,000 on the first date. Absolutely not. You don't need to do that. So here, we're going to get into it, y'all. Get your pens, get your pencils, get your papers out. Modern women just want the money. They just want your money. Why is this? I believe it's important that we talk about this because modern women are gold diggers. They're nothing more than gold digging prostitutes. They want your money in exchange for their bodies. I remember I did a video not too long ago about this woman who was bragging about how she paid and got payment from her fiance on their first date. She was a stripper. And she was glorifying selling herself for money. So they were glorifying selling their body for money. So are modern women gold diggers? Yes, and here's why. A gold digger is defined as a person who forms a relationship with another purely to extract money from them. I want you to pay very close attention to what I just said. A person who forms a relationship with another purely to extract money from them. So that's the whole purpose of your relationship, is to get money. Women have made it clear, very clear, if you've been on YouTube and TikTok, that it is their main focus when going on dates to get a man to spend the most money for the least amount of time and attention. Most women have a dine and dash mentality. They want the most amount of money for the least amount of effort. And you know, we've all seen women like this in our lives. We've all seen it. There's a woman that goes out, there's a woman who looks good. You text her, you call her, she ignores you. But as soon as you want to hang out, she's like, oh, well, where are we going to eat? Where are we going out? Like, they've always got to be, there's always going to be a stipulation on when they're going to go out. When they're going to go out. There's always a stipulation as to when you're going to go out. How much money do you make? How much money are you gonna spend? But yet, they want to say with their own two lips, it's not about the money. Yes, it is. Let's go to the next one. Women love money more than they love men. This is true. Women love money more than they love men. Women want a traditional man without being a traditional woman. They want the provision without the person. You think that's how women are in today's dating market. They don't care about the person. They just want our money. Why? Because they don't have their own. They don't have their own. And see, when you think about this in a realistic standpoint, as the man, it is dangerous to date. We have to be careful when we date. Because we have a lot to lose when it comes to dating. A woman doesn't. Women do not have a lot to lose when it comes to dating and relationships. We do. We will lose our money. We will lose our assets. We will lose our sense of self, our sense of worth, who we are as an individual over a woman who doesn't want to be a traditional woman. This is the reason why the dating market is so messed up. Let me break this down. A modern woman is defined as a woman who has non-traditional values, but they want a traditional relationship. We all know a modern woman out there. We all know it. But what are we doing? How are we presenting ourselves? We have to understand. So now let's look at, before we get into the wage gap, I want to play a video. I'm going to play a video and then we're going to talk about it. We're going to roll that clip.
Range. Just range.
I mean, you can.
What we're going to do right now, say it with me, y'all. We're going to roll that clip.
You said you're in accounting, finance?
Yes, I'm a professional.
What's your approximate salary?
You want to know how much I make?
Approximate.
Oh, wow.
Just an approximate. I know it's the internet, so you don't have to say the specifics, but like a range. Just a range.
I mean, you can probably go and Google on Glassdoor. I'm not going to reveal my finances in a public setting in this manner. It's a private matter. I'm not going to do that.
And I want you to pay very close attention to what just happened. This man said, no, I'm not going to reveal my salary to you because it's a private matter. You know what this woman did? Said, nope, I don't want to date you. I don't want to deal with him. Why do you think a woman wants to know how much you make on the first date? Because for those of you who are on the dating market, I want you to leave a comment. Why do you think a woman is going to ask how much you make on a first date? Why do you think they want to know? I'm going to tell you. They want to know because they want to see how much money you are going to spend on them on the first date. Okay. They want to know how much money you're going to spend on the first date. How much money are you going to spend on the second date, on the third date, on the fourth date? So they will have an expectation for you based on how much money you make. That's the reason why every man that I've ever talked to that's married, engaged, in a relationship, every smart man says you never tell a woman how much you truly make unless she's your wife. And even then, your wife shouldn't fully know how much money you make. That's just the truth. Don't shoot me. Because a woman will target you based on your money. They will use you and lose you. They will use you and discourage you all because of your money. Modern women just want your money. They don't want you. They want your money. And we're going to get into why. Number one, let's look at this. And I want to break this down. The wage gap in the 25 states with the largest number of black women working full-time year-round. I want you to look at this list. And if you live in one of these states, leave a comment and let me know what state you live in. I'm from Virginia, so we're going to start there. Number of black women working full-time year-round, 292,981. Medium wages for black women in Virginia. Virginia's for lovers, $40,348. Median wages for white, non-Hispanic men is $72,648. Actual wage gap is $32,300. Let's look at Maryland, another heavily populated black state, especially when you get around PG County, Charles County, Waldorf, La Plata. I know all about Maryland. Number of black women working full-time year-round in Maryland, DMV, 360,360. Look at this wage gap. Medium wages for black women in Maryland. What is that? 52,371. White men make more than that. They make $83,081 with a wage gap of $30,710. In Texas, the Lone Star State, a lot of black people in Texas and Georgia and New York and Louisiana. In Texas, $40,227. In Louisiana is $30,318. In Georgia, ATL, $37,313. This is the reason why modern women want your money, is because they don't have money. Black women are not getting paid a lot of money. They're working in low-level jobs. They're working in social services, food service, retail. They're not getting degrees like that. They're not the most educated. And even if they are, you're still not making enough money. Even in Virginia, you're only making $40K. The highest, let's look at the highest salary on this list. So the highest salary so far is $50,000. Let's go to the next page. On the next page, we're going to look at the highest salary. Yeah, so the highest salary for a black woman, period, in 25 states is in Maryland with $52,371. That is the most money a black woman is going to make out of 25 states. This is half of the 50 states, y'all. And most of these states are predominantly black. Virginia, Illinois, here up California. Black women love to say they're going to move to California and make something of themselves. Absolutely not. With their black women in Maryland make more than black women in California at $50,102. The highest income of black women out of 25 states is Maryland. I want to say that again for the black women that may be watching this live. You're not making a lot of money. You're really not. And these are predominantly black states. We all know, with the exception of a few, like Alabama, predominantly black, New Jersey, a lot of blacks, Pennsylvania, especially in Philadelphia, a lot of blacks. Oh, would you look at that? In New Jersey, you're only making $46,000, and in Pennsylvania alone, black women only make $38,936. In Mississippi, you're only making $29,362. I'm from Mississippi. In Michigan, $36,996. So where is this? I'm an independent woman. I can make it on my own. I don't need a man. You need a man because you ain't making enough money to live on your own. Especially not in a northern state like Philadelphia, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Vermont, Massachusetts. You can probably get by in Virginia, depending on where you live at. But if you're trying to get by in Virginia, Northern Virginia is out of the question. Washington, D.C., out of the question. You are not making enough money to be this boss, independent woman that you desire to be so bad. The stats are all on Google. Look it up. Don't shoot me. I'm just the messenger. I'm just telling the truth. And if I piss you off, I piss you off. So what? Because I'm tired of women getting on social media trying to call men broke. But yet you're making between $32,000 and $40,000. The highest is $50,000 in the state of Maryland, but yet men of every race, they're making more money than you. It's right here. Look at the screen. It's all here. So you mean to tell me, especially, let's be nice. Let's go to Arkansas. I don't know anybody black in Arkansas. $32,463. Because it's your careers that you pick. You want to be social workers. You want to be this. You want to go to school for dumb stuff. No wonder why modern women just want your money, because they don't have their own money. They don't have their own. They want to get a man specifically for their money. And then they whine and they complain about the dating market is so bad. So, let's roll that clip. I got another clip that I want to show real quick.
Okay, so you're just having fun right now.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right, what about you?
Wait, this is the dating market that we're in right now. And I want you to pay very close attention. They can't create anything of value or significance on their own. Exactly my point. When you look at what the world is, Exactly. Any value they'll ever have, they gotta get from you. Exactly, William. Because what we're saying here is that that's the like, if you look at who built the world, who built the entire world from the ground? Men. Women don't want to build nothing. They want to sit in an air-conditioned office or an air-conditioned house. They want to work from home. They want to work in secretary and low-level jobs. And any value they'll ever have, they gotta get from you. That's the reason why women all want a high-value man. They want a high-value man. Yeah. Exactly. They put you down to maintain their illusion of superiority and trick you into giving all your power and energy to them. Exactly. And then you end up broke, beat down, run down, terrified of dating again. And then they just are like Swiss beats. On to the next one. They're money-hungry modern women that don't have any value unless they get it from a man. So let's play this video real quick, because this is the plight that we're in America when it comes to dating and relationships. And I want men, especially women, to pay attention. Don't forget, hit that like button on your way in. Tickle that notification bell that will let you know every time I go live or upload a video. I still think it's a fair exchange. Y'all want us for our bodies. We want your money. Fair exchange to me. And William says, before you're finished off completely, they're already on social media grooming new supply to monkey branch over time. My thing is this, show go. Let's go ahead and have that debate, because I'm glad you said that. A lot of women, I'm going to put your comment back on the screen. If it's a fair exchange, we want women for their bodies, their looks. Women want our money. But it's not just that. Let's look deeper. Let's have the discussion. Women don't want just money from a man. They want protection. They want provision. They want stability. They want an emotional connection, a physical connection, a spiritual connection. They want them to be their psychiatrist, their doctor, their lawyer, their handyman, their Mr. Fix-It. They want all this and their money. But all we want is a woman to keep her appearance up, not nag us to death, fix us a sandwich every now and then, and give us peace. Now, I named 3 things that men want from women, with looking good being one of those things. But look at the laundry list of the things that I listed that a woman wants from a man. It's not a fair exchange. A man grows in value as he ages because he amasses more wealth. Exactly. Because as a man grows older, he gets more wiser, he gets more mature, he gets more articulate, he can get more connections. A woman's value decreases with age because her looks and her body is all she's got. Exactly. because it's a seesaw. As women get older, their value goes down. As a man gets older, he increases in value. But the topic of your video states modern women want your money. Men want a mother a lot of the time. For no, and I'm glad you said that too, because I'm gonna get into that. I'm glad you said that, Shogun, because that leads me to my next point. We're gonna watch this video, and then we're gonna prove what I'm talking about. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way in.
All right, what about you? Why you single?
I'm just having fun. I haven't found anybody to take serious for real, and we're all hoes, so.
Wait, what'd you say?
We're all hoes. The guys and the girls.
Oh, okay. So you admit it? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're just having fun right now?
Yeah. It's not even.
And see, when women get older, a woman values only goes down as he presents herself as just good looking. If a woman has a stellar personality, makes her own money, and keeps herself in shape, then she doesn't lose value as much. Women aren't doing that. That's what we're saying. Women in today's society are not doing that. They are focusing on their looks, and that if you ask a woman, a modern woman, what she brings to the table, I can guarantee you she is going to say my looks and my body. That's it. My looks and my body. That's the reason why they want your money, because that's all they have is their looks and their body. So just because one knothead said we're all hoes, we're treated like a monolith. Any woman that uses a man gets no love or sympathy from me. Seen it, been there. I've been there too. I've been used with, exactly, been there, done that. I mean, that's the issue. The knothead gets lumped in with all of us. This is what we're saying, is that there's more knothead modern women than there are non-knothead modern women. Because if you go, and I know people hate to see this, you go on social media, what do you see? You go on TikTok, you go on Twitter, you go on YouTube, you go on Facebook, you go on Instagram. On Instagram, you see the turbo thoughts. On Twitter, you see more turbo thoughts. On Instagram and Twitter, turbo thought heaven. That's where the thoughts are. You go on TikTok, you see the modern women that complain about men, and on YouTube you see everything all in one. So that's what we're saying. This is why modern women just want a man for money. We're not all like that, and honestly, I don't agree. Propaganda is strong. I wrote a detailed paper about it in college. What you're explaining, but it's not propaganda. Okay, I'm going to explain it like this, a different way. If this is all propaganda, why are there no women, hardly, that are speaking out against the sisterhood, that are speaking out against Sexy Red, that are speaking out against the monolith that we are as a community? It's a learned behavior. Exactly. It is a learned behavior. In the comments, so many women say, I wish the shaking epidemic would end, but they get skipped over. My thing is this, they're not getting skipped over. They're getting acknowledged. But the majority of the comments are in favor of the original poster. Like I've seen it with my own eyes on TikTok. Modern women cling with modern women. Propaganda, information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote or publicize a particular political cause or point of view. That's what's happening. I disagree. The reason why I say I disagree about it being propaganda is because if it was propaganda, why aren't women in droves speaking out against this on a more wider platform? Like you have the sisters, and I will continue to pay homage to our beautiful black sisters that stand in the fight with me. The Crimson Kier, Danica Dope Discussions, Riva TV, and many other black women that are fighting the good fight that I'm fighting. That's why they brought up Sexy Red. She's an industry plant. Yeah, she is. She's an industry plant. She legit got inserted in the black community to further bring us down. My thing is this. Yeah, it is social distortion, and I agree that it is propaganda. At the same time, though, we also have to consider that there is some truth and merit to what people are saying. I'll give you an example. If there's anybody who's not from America that's watching this stream, put a 1 in the chat. If you're not from America, if you're from another country outside of the U.S., because you have to understand, this is what we're saying, is that even though it is social distortion, we, other people from across the globe, they look at us based on social media and what's on TV. Because that's all they have to go with. That's all they have to look at. That's all they have to listen to. So they formulate an opinion about us based on what they see on TV. If you break down queens and kings and strip them of their identity, they'll believe anything. You're legit describing propaganda. My thing is this. Okay, let's use that narrative. Let's go there. This is propaganda. Why are so many men and women speaking out against modern women? And why are modern women getting on social media and saying what they're not going to do for a man? Yeah, the industry tells women your body is your best asset if you got it flaunted. Correct. Because that's what people are saying. That's what people are saying. But let's finish this video.
Not anymore, to be honest, but yeah.
So what are you looking for?
I'm looking for a man.
What kind of man? And what kind of money?
Oh, well, I like athletes. I like athletes a lot, actually. So
like
that type
athletes?
of money, yeah.
But you would only date athletes?
I like dudes that be in the gym. I like a little bit of everything.
Now, how much money would you like them to make right now for you to date them?
Like, you have to have enough money to where I can, like, literally call you and text you and be like, can I get 1,000 real quick? 2,000.
Have you ever had that from a guy?
Yeah, every night.
All right, what about you?
And so this is what we're saying. Right, but what we're saying is that people are complying on both sides. We understand that there's a good side and there's a bad side to every situation. What I'm saying is that I'm on the side that is fighting against the modern women and that are fighting against the people that believe that modern women are the end all be all. I know there's good people out here. I'm not denying that. My focus is not on the good people. If you study spirituality and you study religion, every religion, including the Holy Quran, says that the sick don't need a physician. So if a person is, the people that are not sick don't need a physician. So if you're not sick, you don't need a doctor. The people that are sick are the ones that need a doctor. So my message is for those who are sick, who are modern women, not the ones that are not modern women, because you're already not part of the issue. You are part of the solution. So if you're part of the solution, then you're not part of the problem. I'm talking, even though it's propaganda, it still affects us either way. The women who are against the craziness that women are today will naturally gravitate away from the idealisms narrative of society that is propagating onto us. Same for the other side of the coin. There are women who don't want to be confined and restricted so they don't have to follow freedom of choice. It's still propaganda either way. Honestly, if you aren't sick, you still need a doctor, but you don't have to go as frequently. You should still want to always upkeep yourself, but I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking to the sick, to the modern woman, to the woman who doesn't want a man, but then says, I want a man. To the woman who wants a man but has unrealistic expectations. I'm talking to the woman who thinks it's okay to be 600 pounds on my 600-pound life, and then they want a man that makes 6 figures and is 6 feet tall. These are the women that I'm talking to, which brings me to my next video.
Happy wife, happy life. Oh, happy wife, happy life. Oh man, no matter what she does to you, just don't make her not happy with you. Now that is the most subservient language that I've ever heard. What male protector would go for that? A beta? No, I mean, not a real male protector ain't going for that. A beta will say, okay, despite the fact that I'm getting the short end of the stick here, I'm gonna make her happy. And that's the priority. That is some subservient. Okay, let's flip it. Happy husband. Have you ever heard it? Nobody cares about the damn husband and his emotion.
Right, they shamelessly believe in their own greatness. And see, this is what we're saying. Going back to what I've always disagreed with this. It should be happy spouse, happy house. But it's still saying the same thing, because if you're saying happy spouse, happy house, what spouse are you talking about? Are you talking about both of them or just one? I don't chase after these attention-seeking hoes anymore. I will gladly settle for a 600-pound woman. Oh, that did it. That did it. Right. I mean, to each his own. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do a 600-pound live woman, because the first thing I think about is Justin Whitehead on when he does his videos about my 600-pound life, he'll be like, that's enough. That's enough. If you haven't checked out Justin Whitehead, My 600-Pound Life, you need to go check it out. Funniest video ever. A partnership is about both parties, so I'm talking about both sides of the party. Good job, Shogo. I'm proud of you. So, how does the wage gap harm black women? Why? The median wage for black women in the United States are $36,303 a year, compared to the median wage of $57,000 annually for whites. This amounts to a difference of $20,702 each year. A man's happiness matters just as a woman's happiness matters. It's up to us to make ourselves happy and then meld together to help each other grow. And that's a good concept, because that's the issue with a lot of women, is that they don't care about a man's happiness. They always want to say, happy wife, happy life. They always want to say, well, as long as the woman's happy, I'm good. They always want to say, as long as I'm fine, the man can just do whatever. And I'm glad you pointed that out. A man's happiness matters. And in today's society, we don't care about a man's happiness. We don't think about a man's happiness. We don't consider a man's happiness. We don't appreciate a man's happiness. When a man has to go out and fight the world and then has to come into the house and fight his woman, that doesn't make sense. We just want, you know how easy it is to please a man. Just feed us, make love to us, and leave us alone. That's it. We'll be a happy clam. We will be happy. All you have to do is just never let us leave the house hungry or horny, and we'll be fine. It is that simple to please a man. I also consider a man's mental health to be extremely important and is not talked about enough. I own my own home with 3 BMWs in my driveway. The only thing ever held me back was a modern woman. Let me get one of them BMWs, William. What kind of BMW you talking about? Cause I'm a car guy. Let me get one of them. Let me get one of them BMWs. Hopefully it's either a 525i X drive or a 325i or one of them, or a BMW M5. No, that's a Mercedes. Or no, the BMW M5. Those are good cars. I love BMWs. BMWs and Audis. Those are my 2 favorite cars. Fun fact about me is that I'm a car guy. I love cars. My favorite car in the whole world is a BMW with Audi as a second choice. As far as SUVs, I would go with a Cadillac Escalade or a Mercedes Benz. Yeah, Beamer. I love Beamers. I love them. So, this is the African American income, and this is what we're talking about. See, when you get into the whole, I'm a boss woman, I'm a boss lady, I'm a boss this, well, you're not a boss. You're really not a boss woman. Anne Marie, how are you doing? I'm watching your new video. Everything's good with me. Glad you were able to stop by and leave a comment as usual. Always glad to have you come by and show love on every video I do. I can always count on Anne Marie to stop by and leave a comment or multiple comments. So shout out to Anne Marie for always showing love and appreciation. What about trucks? I'm really not into trucks. If I had to choose a truck, I would have to choose either a Toyota truck or a Chevy truck. If I had to choose a truck, I would have to say a Chevy. If I had to choose a truck. Yeah, Chevy Silverado. I like the big trucks, like the diesel engine trucks. Those are the trucks that I like. As always, Anne Marie, thank you so much for stopping by. Leave a like and you always leave a comment. And this is what we're saying here. And also happy Black History Month. The African American income for a black woman 25 to 54 years, median weekly earnings is for women $895, 55 years and over, $925. They'll run forever. Yes, they will. They will run forever. So it's like the reason why modern women want our money and they just want a man for money is because they don't have any of their own. They don't. The individual black income says as follows, and these are all statistics. These are all proven statistics. Individual black woman median income is $44,000. $44,111. And this is what we're talking about. How can you be Miss Independent? I don't need a man, but you don't even make enough money to survive without one. You really don't. This is the individual black income. Again, let's look at it. Black women. This is statistical data. This is not something that I just decided I'm going to make this up tonight and put it together and shame black women. Because this is not a shaming tactic. This is reality. Black women, even with an advanced degree, makes $1,248. So the women with the advanced degrees, the PhDs, the masters, the JDs, the doctors, the attorneys, they're only making $1,248 versus their woman counterparts, the Asians, the Latinos, the Ethiopian women. They're making $1,460. Even a black woman with a bachelor's degree is only making $995. A man doesn't care what a woman makes. He doesn't care if she picks bananas. We don't judge, but they crucify and make fun of us when our money runs. Man, look. You can say that again. That is real. And see, that's what it is. Women love you when you're on top of the world. But let that tower fall. Let you fall on hard times. Let you lose your job. Let you say, baby, I'm going to quit my job and start a business and invest the rest of our savings account into that business. And you're going to have to work to take care of the house while I work on a business. Oh, hell no. They will leave you quicker than you can blink your eyes. And when they do walk out, they'll tell everybody you were psycho, abusive, cheating. They'll even get you arrested when you stop caving into them. Some of them are pure evil. And I'm glad you said that word, some, because we're not talking about all women. I want to make that very clear. I know women watch. I know women comment. I know women are watching right now. We're not talking about all women. We're talking about some women. Because I've been there. I've done that. I have been left by a woman. But I didn't allow that experience to say, well, F all women. But I learned from that experience. I learned what not to do the second time around. And this is what black men are saying to black women. We just want you to be. And see, the first thing a black woman will say is, I don't do struggle love. Yes, you do. I wish I could find that Councilman Mays clip where he's like, yes, you do. Black women don't do struggle love. Yes, you do. Because you do. You do it with the Pookies. You do it with the Ray Ray. You do it with the hood guys. You do it with the less thans. You do it with the people that don't even deserve your love. And then you wonder why you're saying all men ain't nothing. Right. I remember back in the day, I'm going to tell a story, and I'll probably upload this on YouTube later as well. I remember I was married. I've been married before. I was married for 3 years. And I was younger back then. And my ex-wife, she actually picked up and left when I fell on hard times. Like, I was the sole provider. I just wanted her to get a job temporarily because we were trying to make things happen. And this was back before I grew up. I learned a lot. So this was back in my younger days. And she ended up leaving when things got tough. Like, things got real tough. And she left. And I left, and my head was spinning. I was lost. I didn't have nowhere to go, no place to live. I left where I grew up at. And then I had to start all over from scratch. I lost everything. I'm telling you, I lost everything. My ex left me. I had all of my possessions in a storage unit. The storage unit got taken. I had clothes. I had a computer. My whole life was in that storage unit. And she left. And for a long time, I was hurt because she left. And she left for a reason, because she was never the one for me in the first place. Like, I take accountability. That was also my fault, because I rushed into a relationship and a marriage where I didn't know the woman from a can of paint. I actually found the right woman, Anne Marie. I'm actually engaged to be married. In about another year, I'll be married. So yeah, I'm gonna get married again, and I've made sure that this is the right woman this time. Like, see, men, we don't have a problem taking accountability. Like, I take accountability. That was not all just her fault. That was my fault because I didn't know her. Like, I rushed into a relationship because I needed a woman because I was lonely and I was an incel back in the day. And I rushed into a relationship and I didn't know the person that I was in a relationship with. So it was my fault, but it was also her fault. And see, this is what I say in all of my videos. Men, we don't have an issue when it comes to taking accountability. Women have the issue taking accountability because I guarantee you my ex, even to this day, would never take accountability, and that's fine. But that's what we're saying. Women don't take accountability. Now, there are women who do, but we're talking about the women who don't. That's what we're talking about. So, tips and tricks. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on dating and relationships. I'm happy for you. Thank you, Anne Marie. That really means a lot. So here's some tips and tricks because women, they will gaslight and shame you to try and guilt you into taking her on an expensive date. And women will use words such as broke, which is a tactic to shame a man. They'll shame you. Because women will love to throw the broke word in a man's face when he doesn't give her what she wants. Notice I said what she wants. Because women love to use that. Oh, you're broke. Oh, you can't afford me. Oh, you can't afford this. Yeah, you can't love toxic people into being good people or better people. They can only tear you down and ruin your life. Exactly. And that's what we're saying. That's the message that we preach on this channel. Is that we don't like the toxic people. We want the healed people, the good people that stand against modern women and their buffoonery and their incelism and delusion. So here's some shaming tactics that women will use. The daughter or your little princess technique. Now, how many women do you know that will say this? They'll say, well, oh, your daughter, would you treat your daughter like that? Would you treat your daughter this way? Well, first of all, if I had a daughter, I would tell her not to be a modern woman like all these other modern women out here. It's that simple. Because they love to use that argument about what if you had a daughter, or do you talk to you're a black man, you have a black mother or a black aunt or a black grandmother. One of you needs to feel shame, and it's always the man because she ain't got none. Exactly. Number 2, don't give a boyfriend husband treatment. How many men have heard that one? Don't give a boyfriend husband treatment. See, when we date, We date with a purpose. What is the purpose of you not giving a boyfriend husband treatment? Because you're shooting yourself in the foot when you do that. Because it's always either a single mother or a single woman or a BBW or a bitter black woman. That's what a BBW is over here. When I say BBW, I mean bitter black woman. Trying to guilt trip you into paying for a date. They'll say things like, oh, you can't handle me. You can't handle this. You can't. And see, that's the thing. A lot of women, they want to be handled. They want to say things like, oh, well, you can't handle me. You can't handle all this woman. You can't handle this woman. I'm too much. No, we just don't want stress in our lives. It's not that we can't handle you. We don't want to. We don't want to handle you. A relationship is not meant to be handled. A relationship is meant to be two people coming together to get married. That's the purpose of a relationship. Number 4. BBW bad built woman. I'm going to edit that. I'm going to make a good edit out of that. BBW bad built woman. Right. BBW bad built woman. That's gold. Gold. Number 4, making a man feel less than for not wanting to go on an expensive date. Women will do this. Women will make you feel like crap for not wanting to spend $500 on an expensive date because they feel entitled to a man's money. They feel entitled to your money as a woman. It's like, I'm a woman and I deserve it. Number 5, insulting a man or men for having standards. They love to do that. It's like the shame, insults, guilt, and need to be right. That's the modern woman. Insults, making you feel less than, guilt tripping you, then withholding things from you, like treating you right, treating you like a human. It's all there. This is the modern woman. And see, now we're going to talk about the tricks of women. Because we need to know how to combat this. And I want to put out a disclaimer in case there's women listening. We are not talking about all women. Right. Right, exactly, William. We're not talking about all women. We're talking about modern women. So if you are not a modern woman and you are not a woman that just uses men for money and you treat men with respect and you're kind, compassionate, and cooperative, then don't leave any hate in the comment section of this video. Because the message isn't for you. It's for modern women. Right, that's a lot of them. Drama, chaos, confusion. Instability is a big one. Like, A lot of women, they want to be a man so bad until it's time to be a man. And then they want to be a woman. I'm going to say that again for the women in the back. A lot of women want to be a man so bad until it's time to be a man. Then they run back to womanhood. Passed down from years of pain and complications. It's kind of like what Oprah said on the movie The Color Purple. All my life I had to fight. Like, that's the black woman's mantra. All my life I had to fight. What are you fighting? You're fighting men. You're fighting the people that can help you. You're fighting the people that love you. You're fighting the people that want to provide for you, that want to protect and take care of you. And now, we're tired of fighting you. We're just going to leave you to your own devices and you can buy a dog and die alone. Nothing more we can do about that. Number one, I don't care. I don't care how much he makes. If that ain't some BS, a lot of us raised to hate our dads and ourselves. Exactly. So, like, as a woman, what this really means is, yeah, a lot of us raised to hate our dads and ourselves. Exactly. Number one, Shogun says, I don't care about how much he makes. Typically they do, but they mean that they don't care if he's in the six-figure range. Exactly. And I don't care how much he makes. I just want him to think that I'm not after his money. I just want to let his guard down. Because women do care how much a man makes. How much you make matters to modern women because they want to gauge how much money you're going to spend. You know what? Let me play that clip again. Let me play that clip.
You can
Just in case there's people in here that didn't see it, I want to play it again because this goes into what we're talking about. I just want to play it one more time, just in case. Let's roll that clip.
You said you're in accounting, finance?
Yes, I'm a professional
What's
accountant.
your approximate salary?
You want to know how much I make?
Approximate.
Oh, wow.
Just
I mean,
an approximate. I know it's the internet, so you don't have to say the specifics, but like a range. Just a range.
I mean, you can probably go and Google on Glassdoor. I'm not going to reveal my finances in a public setting in this manner. It's a private matter. I'm not going to do that.
Listen to what she just did. I want you to pay very close attention again to what she just did. She disqualified this man because he wouldn't tell her his salary. But when you're getting to know someone on a date, that is a red flag for a woman to tell or even ask a man how much he makes on a first date. That's a red flag. Wait, let me go back. Okay, number 2, I don't do coffee dates. I have standards and you're gonna have to try a little harder than just taking me out for coffee. Okay, the second one I disagree with. I'm not interested enough to hold a conversation with you. I just want to go on a free date and get this night over with. It's not that the woman has standards. Because think about it like this. If you're just getting to know someone as a man, if you're just getting to know someone as a person, why are you going to spend upwards of $1 to $2, $3, $400 on a date when you barely know someone? Why would you do that? Number 3, I'm too good for a free date. Again, effort. If you want to take me out, men are providers. So it's like if you want to take me out for free, that typically shows that you are broke and can't plan. But wait a minute, there's more. What about getting to know someone? We're not broke. See, that's a shaming tactic that women use against men to get us to go on an expensive date. Oh, you're broke. Men are providers. Yes, men are providers for girlfriends, fiancés, and wives. They are not providers just for girlfriends or women that they just met. This is a first date. And you want a man to spend tons of money on a first date for what? I don't see why this matters. The question of how much you would make has always been weird to me. My wife loved me when I was doing well. As soon as I wasn't and undergoing the pandemic, she was gone. Right. And then she tried to come back. I told her to go to hell. I simp for no one. You can tell if a woman has standards and just want a free date. You can take her out to a chain restaurant. Chili's is good. But see, Shogo, that's what we're saying, though. Women don't want Chili's or Applebee's or cheesecake or Red Lobster or Olive Garden. They want Fogo de Chao, Del Frisco's, Ruth's Chris. That's the restaurant in Texas that everybody wants to talk about. Ruth's Chris. They want to go to, they don't want to go to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in LA. They want to go to a nice restaurant, a $300 to $200 to $400 restaurant. That's what women want. That's what women are demanding that men do. Broke does not equal expensive dates. Again, you can take her to a chain restaurant. Nothing wrong with that. The bill for both can be $70 tops. Exactly. Not for a first date. That's too much. A good old chain restaurant is good for a first date. Right. And see, this is why you have to vet women properly. Because this is a woman that's telling you what I'm telling you. See, we live in a society where women don't want a chain restaurant, but they'll go to a chain restaurant with their friends. They'll have girls' night at a K-pop. They'll have girls' night at Chili's and Applebee's and Olive Garden and Red Lobster. And they think that's good eating. I mean, I'll eat for them. Exactly, Shogo. You'll eat for them. I mean, at least somebody would. Because I ain't gonna lie, Chili's, and I love Chili's. Applebee's is a close second, but I love Chili's more than Applebee's. And to me, there's nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory. I love the Cheesecake Factory. Olive Garden, not so much. Because I've had real Italian food, and it's like, once you've had real Italian food, you really can't go back to Olive Garden. Same thing with seafood. I cook my own seafood. I really don't go out for seafood because I cook my own. Good pasta and good steaks and chilies. A man to a modern woman is only a status symbol and an accessory. A mule to get her from one position in life to another. Every man in her life comes with an expiration date. A revolving door of simps. Exactly. Cheat dates are for broke men. This is a shaming tactic a woman will use to challenge your manhood and to try and get you to spend money on her. Exactly. But yet, a cheap date is not for broke men. I've been to the Cheesecake Factory a long while ago, and I don't remember anything about it, but I remember Olive Garden very well. I even remember the waiter. Exactly. Olive Garden is good, especially their unlimited breadsticks. The best way to put a stop to this modern nonsense is not to buy into it, but we learn the hard way. Exactly. Don't buy into it, which exactly what number 4 is talking about. I'm looking for a good man. See, that's another tag there. A cheap date of a broke man, a man agreed with what you wrote. Exactly. I just want a man, I'm looking for a good man. I just want a man to pay my bills, take care of me while I do nothing for him except spend his money. I'm looking for a simp. And he needs to have swag and not be a nerd. I remember when I was talking to one of my female friends, because I have women friends that were cool to this day. And I remember texting one of my women friends, and I was like, so what do you look for in a man? Like, what do you want in a man? And she's saying, I want a man with swag. And I'm like, what is a man with swag? And she said, a well-groomed man. So it's like women want a man with swag, a man with style, a man that's not corny or nerdy. Like, I play video games from time to time. If you look behind me on my bookshelf, I have like a Dragon Ball Z action figure. I don't know if you can see it in the upper, like back there. I got like a Dragon Ball Z figure. Like, I'm a nerd, but I'm a well-dressed nerd. Continuing on, you aren't on my level. I'm a masculine woman who will belittle you and treat you like a child. Shogo says, number 4, you aren't on my level. That depends. Some men really do look like crap and need to worry about making money for themselves. Others aren't as ambitious as the woman, so I do agree with that. I mean, be that as it may, those are the incels and the losers and the lame. And I did a whole live show about that last week. So if you want to know what I'm saying about number 6, go back and watch that show. I did a whole hour show about losers and incels. I like your Pharaoh. I don't remember where I got it from. I think I got it from TJ Maxx. I think I either got it from TJ Maxx, Marshalls, one of those stores, but I remember getting it from Virginia. Number 7, I live a luxury lifestyle. If she's ambitious, she's providing for herself. Otherwise, I agree with what you're saying. Maybe it was a gift. Yeah, I think it was a gift. I think it was a gift from my current fiance back when she was my girlfriend. And see, a lot of women, they want to live a luxury lifestyle, but they don't have a luxury lifestyle of their own. So they want to date a man that makes upwards of 100K or more so they can fuel their luxury lifestyle. And at the end of the day, this is what we're saying. Modern women just want your money. And it is your responsibility as a man, as we draw to the end of the show, it is your responsibility as a man to put your foot down and say, no means no. You're not going to use me for my money. You're not going to use me for my assets. If you want to be in my life, you have to bring something to the table. I am the prize. I am the man. I set the tone. And I lead this relationship. Now, I'm not saying that you have to follow everything that the man says, but there's a leader and then there's a follower. And then that's the dynamic. And when modern women come into your space with all of this BS, direct them to this video. Tell them about what you learned tonight, about how modern women just want your money. They just want your time. They just want to be entitled and delusional. Because as a man, it is our civic duty to fight the good fight, to stand up for men and good women everywhere, to realize that modern women will not, shall not, and will never win. Anyway, y'all, that is it. That has been it for today's video. As I say in every video, like, share, and subscribe. Tickle that notification bell that will let you know every time I upload content. Do not forget, I will be live again. I was going to go live on Friday, but I have some business to attend to. Mine loved about me in the beginning. I fell for it as soon as I was hooked. She devalued me, and then I was working 2 jobs to keep her up because I wanted that love bomb. Exactly. See, that love bomb. I'm going to do another. That gave me a good idea for my next live show. Is I'm going to talk about that in the next live show that I do. I'm going to talk about love bombing from women, because women love bomb too. Women want to say red flag video. Yeah, the red flags in modern women. That's a good title. The red flags in modern women. And men too. We're going to talk about both of them. Yeah. Anyway, all that's been it for today's video. Thank you all for watching, commenting, liking the video, subscribing to the channel, leaving lots of comments, participating in the discussion. Shout out to Shogo, Makashima, William, Anne Marie for stopping by, the lurkers that stopped by and didn't say anything. We're thankful for you too. Like, share, and subscribe. And until the next video, I'll be going live Monday of next week. Actually, no, Tuesday of next week. I'm gonna go live Tuesday of next week, 6:30 p.m. on YouTube. Mark your calendars. I'm gonna go live Tuesday of next week at 6:30 p.m. Tell a friend. I'm gonna give you all an assignment. Everybody that's watching this live, bring a friend next week. Each one teach one. Since it's Black History Month, that's the African proverb. Each one teach one. So bring a friend to the next live so that they can get the information, and then tell them to bring a friend, and then we're all bringing a friend. So we're all learning and growing together, because that's the point of this channel. Bring a friend. And until the next video, peace.